This is Black Woman CEO. Welcome to the only podcast dedicated to giving you the raw and real experiences of successful Black women entrepreneurs. Yes, girl, we're talking about the behind the scenes strategies of what it takes to increase in your profit, power, and purpose. I am your host, Quanisha Green, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. One way that overwhelm can show up is that you're procrastinating. Right? Are you doing what you need to do to actually move your business forward? Are you taking action? And I'm talking about taking action on the things that you know would move you to your next level, right? So some of us are in behaviors that we're repeating, but we know that by doing these common behaviors, we're actually keeping ourselves kind of stuck. We're actually keeping ourselves in the same level. So you're probably aware of new things that you can do for your business. Maybe you're in a course or a program, or you're just aware of some things. Maybe you read a book, right? And you know that that action can take you to your next level, but you're avoiding doing it. Right? That is procrastination, and could be because you're overwhelmed. Maybe you don't know how that particular tactic or strategy applies to you. Right? Maybe you have all these feelings and emotions coming up and you're like, I don't know how to deal with it, right? So it is tough. It is extremely tough to grow a business on top of overwhelm and stress. Right? So today I want to talk to you about how to deal with this overwhelm. And once again, this video, audio in the video is going to be repurposed as a podcast, but I still want you to be interactive. So if you're watching a replay, put hashtag replay. If you're listening to it as a podcast, definitely click the links in the descriptions that will be relevant to the resources that I'm sharing today, or for you to actually come over to our Facebook group. Okay. So let's jump into it. So this weekend, and not to date this video, but this weekend, I cleared my calendar after leading the 3-day Mint for More live series, because guess what? I was tired, right? And I felt suffocated by my to-do list. So over the weekend is when we do laundry and we get the kids ready and, I don't know, wash hair. Like, I don't have any daughters. I have sons, so I wash my hair and clean the house, right? And luckily, I do have a team that I can delegate tasks to. Also, I have a home cleaning pro. We're going to talk about that. So here's the thing, and here's how you deal with overwhelm. Whenever I'm overwhelmed, one of my first actions is to ask for help. Right? And ask for help. And it comes in a variety of ways, right? But one of the ways that we bottleneck our businesses is by not seeking assistance. Right? And this means we don't hire support. And this level of, quote, do it myself also extends over to our personal lives, right? So I remember it like it was yesterday. I was scheduled to present a 3D business, a 3-day business conference to present at it. And guess what? I don't know if you like me, but I didn't want to come home to a chaotic home. Let me know if you like to come home to a clean home, right? Because you go out, you're in the world, and then you're like, I'm tired. And then you come home to mess, and it just adds to your fatigue. Let me know if you're like, yeah, I like a clean home. So put clean home. If you're like, I need it to be organized when I come home. And I've always been that way for a while, right? But at the time of this, right, I was a sleep-deprived mom with a 7-month-old and a preschooler, right? So I had 2 kids under 4. And so what I did that time was, before I went out of town, I hired my first house cleaner, right? And so she cleaned as I decluttered. Like, that's how much we needed a 2-person team. And I was so glad that I did that, right? And it took us literally 9 hours for me to organize and clean. And we did the entire house, right? I was like, well, she's here, we're going to do the entire house, right? 9 hours. And I wish I could show you a photo. I'll maybe upload, because I do have a picture from that time. And it's not like nasty mess. It wasn't like food hanging around. It was just like lots of stuff, like kids' toys and books out and, papers and mail. It was like, cluttered. And that's why we needed to declutter. And that's when I made the connection, right? And I made this connection a little bit before as a mom, because I would use apps to help deliver food. And, my kids were in childcare. We would have a nanny for a little while, right? So I did understand this thing around asking for help, particularly so I didn't have to deal with mom guilt, because I was like, I need help, right? But this is when I understood that my sanity and my peace and wellness are well worth the investment. Right. And since then, particularly, I've kept a professional cleaning pro on my team, right? But how does this look when it comes to business, right? There's other professionals that you can have on your team with ease. And let me know in the comment, put team if you do have a team that's supporting you. And so self-love, right? This love of ourselves equals do right by you, right? Self-love equals do right by you. A lot of times we're sacrificing our love in a way because we're giving it to everybody else, but we don't turn around and giving it to ourselves, right? Just put serve if you're there for everyone else and you're not really doing some things that will help you actually reduce this overwhelm and have more ease and peace in your life, right? So how will you love yourself and get help with your business? I'd like to hear some of your ideas before I even jump into mine. How will you get help for your business? Let me know. Right, so you can go ahead and type that in the chat. And here's why it's important for us to think about this as Black women, right? Because we are often taught to do it ourselves, to make it happen, to figure it out all by ourselves. Let me know if you can relate. And we are socialized from a very early age, right? To be quote unquote a strong Black woman. And of course, this has both its benefits, right? And its drawbacks, because a lot of us are able to excel facing all types of odds and discrimination, no matter what your background is, not about economics, but, sometimes discrimination or being the only one, we're taught to persevere, and that's really great, right? But it has its drawbacks, right? And one of it is that we take on things all the time and we feel like we have to figure it out. And you may have heard this term. My grandmother said it all the time. If I want anything done right, I have to do it myself. Let me know if you got a parent or a mom or auntie or grandma who has said that, right? You all probably know that prompt. If I want anything done right, and Echo, the choir says, I got to do it myself, right? But here's the thing about asking for help. It requires vulnerability. And so as someone who also identifies or still identifies with the strong Black woman, I had to redefine what strength meant. And I love Dr. Brene Brown, right? I love the whole thing around, vulnerability being courage. And so I see courage as strength, right? And so I had to make these new frames of strength equals vulnerability, right? Strength equals asking for help. So that's something that you may be, right? Mindset stuff, taking on new mindsets. And this vulnerability requires us to take our mask off, right? This mask of perfection, and strength in order to expose ourselves to another's analysis often, right? So when my cleaning pro comes, she may be saying like, hey, we need to do this, or actually this is not tending to, or hey, why the dishes look like this, right? So, and even though she's not critical, right? But it's her analysis. I have to allow someone else to come into my space. Some of you clean before you let the cleaning person come in, right? But it's like, I'm exposing this. I want her to see like where in our systems at home is not flowing right, or what keeps piling up. And it's the same thing I do with my business. And it's actually why I hire people to help me so that they can see like maybe where a system is not optimized, or how I can have more joy in my business, right? And so one thing I want you to know is that it's such a powerful action that you can take as an entrepreneur and as a CEO, asking for help. So if you're someone like me who keeps thinking like, how can I operate in excellence, the chief excellence officer, right? Not the chief everything officer. I'm always thinking, how can I be a better CEO? Asking for help, building a team, right? Duplicating your leadership are all part of that. And this is where I really want you to know that, sis, you have a right to ask for help. Let me say that for the people in the back. Sis, you have a right to ask for help, right? You have a right to ask for what you need, want, and desire. You have a right to get support with actualizing your purpose and your dreams, right? So community, support, and accountability are all essential to your success as a CEO. And so are you struggling to achieve that next level in business because you're overwhelmed, because you're procrastinating, because you're feeling all over the place, right? Because you're lacking focus. And it could be you just don't know what to do, right? Or you may have information, but you don't know how to execute it and take action on it. Let me know if that resonates with you. You don't know how to execute it and take action on it, right? And so if so, right, if you resonated with any of that, let me know in the chat, put can relate, right? If you're like, yeah, that sounds like me, I need help on that. If you can relate, then that may be an indication or an indicator, right, that it is time to ask for help, right? That it's time for you to ask for help. And if you are seeing it as your time, right, let me know if any of this sounds like you. So one, you started your business. Here's some indications that you may need help. You started your business, but the income is inconsistent and you aren't attracting enough clients, right? Maybe you have some coming in, but you're like, there's not enough for me to live on my terms. You've invested in numerous coaching programs and do-it-yourself courses, but you're unclear about what to focus on right now for success, right? Or you feel overwhelmed and stuck, although you know you're a go-getter, right? And you wish you had a trusted advisor to guide you, right? So if any of that sounded like you and you're ready to grow your business to the next level, I would love to show you precisely what you need to do that, right? So let me know if put yes in the chat, I'm ready for help, right? Or if you're listening to this in the podcast, look in the comments if you're ready for help. And so what I want to share with you is that, one, I'm opening my calendar, yay, for this day, for this video recording until February 28th to help you gain clarity during a 20-minute business breakthrough strategy session, right? And as of this day, I only have 7 spots left. If you're listening to this later, click the link anyway, because I may be opening, the calendar may be open again, right? But here's the thing. I know those 7 spots are going to go fast because, I opened up 10 2 days ago and these things are going, right? But to be considered for the opportunity to gain clarity and to explore if and how, we at Black Women CEO can help you, you need to book your complimentary session ASAP, right? Don't delay. So either click the description above, there's a link there, right? Or if you're listening to this in another medium, it may be in the comments, right? So go ahead and click that. But here's the thing, please apply only if you're ready to invest in yourself. And it's not just about finances, right? It's time, funds, and resources. Business is more than just money, right? Because that could also be another reason why you're overwhelmed. You've joined the courses, like I said, or the do-it-yourself, but you're not implementing. And it could be because you need to look at the time that you're dedicating to your business. Are you consistently having a business schedule? Right? You need to look at the resources that you're investing in your business, right? Are you putting some money towards maybe a virtual assistant, right? Or a VA, or looking to hire another coach or getting a sales professional, right? So there's other resources. And a lot of women come to me because they're like, oh, my schedule's hectic, right? And I'm like, tell me how much time you have and we can show you how to maximize that, show up consistently, and do the particular tasks that will help you to impact your sales and increase clients. So, but you have to be ready to invest. You have to say, all right, I'm willing to make that change in my schedule. I'm willing to add on these core things or change it, right? I'm willing to dedicate these resources as well as invest in myself because you know the cost of not investing, right? You want to get a return, but I want you to also start thinking about the cost of not investing. And guess what it's costing you to not invest in, say, business support that really aligns with who you are? And one, understands your walk as a Black woman and some of the mindset stuff that's going on. It's costing you the money you could be making, right? So if you're not hitting those 5K plus months, 10K, you're losing that difference between what you're bringing in and what your goal is, right? So that's actually money you're losing on the table. Right. So, here's what you can expect from a business breakthrough strategy session. I always think to let people know, because I think sometimes lack of clarity or lack of knowing is another reason we don't take action. So in this session, one, we're going to meet privately by phone to discuss your business goals and the challenges that are keeping you overwhelmed, frustrated, and stuck. And this is really a powerful opportunity to find out what's truly holding you back, right? And determine if and how I can help you move forward. Many of you may be thinking, oh, I can't attract clients who can't afford me. But when we really look deeper, it's something else. So it's not just about the people who can't afford your services. So during our time together, one, I'll take a close look at the major areas of your business in order to provide a high level assessment about what's going on and why you're not getting the results that you want, right? And then I'll also make a professional recommendation for your best next steps that you should take now to get to where you want to go, right? And this candid conversation is a $500 value, right? So my time is well worth it. And I want to make sure you feel it's worth it so you get what you want. And here's what you're actually going to leave this powerful session with. 1, clarity on what you want and need right now from your business. A deep understanding of the specific challenges that are keeping you overwhelmed, frustrated, or stuck. You're going to get recommended next steps that will help you regain control of your time and results. And then this is the most important thing, I think, revitalize strength and confidence to be more self-assured in growing your business, right? So to book that session, go ahead and click the link. It's a long link. It's like Calendly /Quanisha Smith /biz with a Z breakthrough. But it'll be either in the comments, in the description, or in the podcast notes, right? So it'll be somewhere. But here's the thing. I really can't wait for you to speak with you. And one of the things I emphasize with my clients all the time is to ask for help. And guess what? I have to remind them of that even after they hire me, right? So investing in yourself doesn't necessarily mean you're going to, it's a part of asking for help, but you have to keep doing it, right? Because we have to reprogram ourselves as Black women that I can ask for help. Right? So I want to encourage you to get the help that you desire and you deserve. Right? I know you're probably sitting there being like, I wish someone could help me through this. Or I wish someone did for me what I do for everybody else. Are you the person that people go to for advice? Are you the person always helping other people solve their problems? And you're probably like, who's me for me? Right? Who's that me out there that can support me? So I can be your me, right? The me that supports you. And so go ahead and book your complimentary business breakthrough strategy session to explore if and how one of our Black Women CEO programs may work for you. Like I said, we have proven strategies. We particularly speak to the walk of Black women service-based businesses. So if you're a coach, consultant, a service-based provider, especially if you're online, that's who we really gear our work to, right? So that's for you. And either way, you're going to leave this session with clarity regarding your current challenges and your best next step. So go ahead and book your call. All right, so this is Quanisha Green signing off. And once again, if you're watching this on video, I'd love to hear what your takeaways are and how you're going to ask for help. And if booking a session is your next one, just put booking because I love to know if we're going to talk soon. All right, I will see you soon. Bye. Well, let me leave you with this, our motto, that power is the ability to create your reality. So go forth and be powerful, sister. And part of power is asking for help. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh girl, the episode stopped, but the party is not over. I want you to go ahead and subscribe, like, and rate this show. Leave us a comment sharing your takeaways. And when you're done with that, come on over to blackwomanceo.com, join our movement. And when you do that, you'll get the special invitation to join us in our community. Well, I would love to put a face to that name, girl. So this is Quanisha signing off, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Peace and love.